Hello, my Mahjong friends. Welcome to the weekly Mahjong clinic. In this clinic, we're reviewing the basics, tips, and strategies all about Mahjong as we play on I Love Maj. In this tutorial, we'll be learning and discussing all about flexible hands, how to pivot your hand, and what are those flexible hands. I'm so glad you're here. Type it in the comments below or email any questions you have or topics you wish me to discuss. As we play on I Love Maj, please make sure you put in the comments what you would have done different during play as I play. Thank you for joining me. Every Tuesday evening at 6:30, we release a new video, and I'm so glad you're here. Before we get started, be sure to connect with me by hitting subscribe so that you know when I post new videos or go live. Hit the like button so that I know you're enjoying the content that the channel is putting out. Share with fellow Mahjong players so that they can enjoy the Mahjong class channel. And please put any comments below that you'd like to share about Mahjong. You can always share a thanks for your appreciation for all the content I share on this channel. Click on the three little dots on the right and click on thanks and give a small monetary donation to the Mahjong class channel. Thank you for showing up each week and joining us, and I so much appreciate your love and support. By being here, you help this channel grow, and by connecting with me, and it's so great that we can present these tutorials and education for free on Mahjong. Thank you again. Please consider becoming a channel member. Take your love of Mahjong to the next level by joining my channel. While the content is free, you can decide to support the channel by giving a small monetary donation by becoming a channel member. Go to the home screen, click join, and look for the 3 levels and choose one that best fits your love of Mahjong. Again, there are free ways to support me, as I mentioned previously, to subscribe, like, comment, or share with your fellow Mahjong friends. That would help to greatly support the channel. And you can also choose to become a channel member or to give thanks. I appreciate you again for being here and watching my channel each week. Just a quick reminder that if you're looking for Mahjong supplies or to buy a new set or a mat, or buy a gift for a fellow Mahjong friend or yourself, you can go to Mah Jongg and type in Maj class, that's MAH J CLASS, and you can get 10% off your order. And please put that in at checkout so they know that I sent you. They've been generous enough to share the code with us, so treat yourself and buy something new for Mahjong in the new year. I am looking for the most tenured Mahjong player, so how long have you been playing? So please, my Mahjong friends, say hi and let us know how long you've been playing Mahjong. How many stripes do you wear on your sleeve for your Mahjong years? I've introduced this within the last 2 weeks, but here's some fun facts about the military uniform with their stripes on the sleeve. Indicates how long a service member has served in the military. For the Army, 1 stripe for every 3 years of service. For the Marine Corps, Navy, and the Coast Guard, 1 stripe for every 4 years of service. Be sure to drop in the comments below how many years you've been playing Mahjong and let us know what state you live in. Now let's look at our topic as we learn and grow together and become better Mahjong players. Flexible hands. What's a flexible hand? A flexible hand is a hand that is adaptable when your original hand isn't working, when it goes bust. This is a hand you can adapt to suit different situations with patience and a keen eye. You really do have to learn the card, and if you're looking to learn the card, there's lots of videos on this channel to learn the card. I'll link them in the description below. To begin, we'll start with the basics to be able to be flexible upon the deal. As always, we're going to group our tiles by suits, which helps us visualize the hands on the card and make sure once they're sorted by suit, you're going to go from low to high within the suit. Then you will pick a category that support your multiples that you found within the suits. Stay within the category and be flexible. Hopefully there'll be no gaps once you go through the Charleston. You want to be adaptable with your hand and rather your chosen category. Change your hand when opportunities arise from your picking from the wall when you get new tiles, or if a player discards tiles that you might have needed for the hand you've chosen. If your tiles aren't showing up, that might mean that your opponents are using the same tiles, so you're going to switch. A tip about flexible hands, you're going to want to use jokers to fill the gaps, so be patient on calling. Don't use your jokers frivolously to call for tiles. There are 4 of every tile, so if one goes out, you still have 1 or 2 more left depending on how many you're looking for. You want to choose to use the least used numbers when you're deciding on what tiles to collect. 1 and 9 are used the least this year. I would work with 7, 8, 9 if you can possible. Those would work best. 3 and 6 are in high demand tiles. So when you're choosing your groupings, if it includes a 3 and a 6, you might have a little more difficulty achieving your hand. Some of the categories that work very well this year with flexible hands are going to be any like numbers, consecutive run, and winds and dragons. Those are the categories I would go to. After my hand might not have worked well, I would try to switch to those 3 categories. What everybody's been waiting for are what are the most flexible hands. They are the hands that do not require jokers or they're easier to make. This year's pattern is Pung Pung Kong Kong, which is the 3-3-4-4 hand. On the card, there's also a 4-3-4-3 hand, which is just a different pattern with the same combinations of groupings. With a 3-3-4 hand, a player who keeps their options open with flexibility has more success in winning. These have been the common hands that win the most. They're easier hands to achieve because you can call for discards and jokers can be used in any of the groupings. All the groupings you can use jokers freely. Let's look at the card and I'm going to pick out a few of those flexible hands. So we'll start off with line number 1 in 2024. That has the Pung Pung Kong Kong pattern. There's the first line in 2-4-6-8, both A and B also. And any like numbers, line number 1. And here's just an example how I would play. If I, for example, was playing consecutive run line number 6, you see there's a bunch of flowers and a bunch of 4s. We'll just use it literally right now, but of course you don't have to use 4s, you can use any consecutive numbers. But if for some reason I wasn't able to obtain the chow, the 1, 2, 3, I would switch over to like numbers line number 1. Consecutive run line number 7 is a good example of that Pung Pung Kong Kong hand. And here's another example. If I was playing consecutive run line number 5, you see it requires 2 pairs there. If for some reason all the pairs went out and I wasn't able to call at the time for Mahjong, I would switch over to line number 7. In 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line number 2, that's the Pung Pung Kong hand. And if I was playing line number 6 in that category, which it requires 2 pairs, again, I would move up to the line number 2 to change hands if the 2 pairs was not working for me or I obtained more jokers. We'll jump over to Winds and Dragons now and look at line number 1. That is the Pung Pung Kong hand. It's just maybe not in the same type of order. You have Kong, Pung, Pung, Kong. Or you have Pung, Kong, Kong, Pung. It is the same pattern as far as the number of groupings. And again, it's a good switchable hand. And an example of that is on line number 1, as I've mentioned, and line number 3 is the Pung, Pung, Kong, Kong hand. You can also look in 3, 6, 9, line number 1 and line number 4 are also good examples of that pattern. There also is another flexible hand pattern. It's when you have 2 flowers and 3 kongs. This hand has been on the card. It's one of my favorite ones, I guess probably because in 2012 when I learned, this was the hand on there. It's line number 3 in consecutive run. I think it's a great hand to switch to from any category because you can fill in the gaps with a number. So for example, if you're playing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and you're collecting 5, 7, 9, you can fill in 5, 6, 7 or 7, 8, 9. It's a great hand to switch to. Again, you do need a pair of flowers, which would be the hard part of the hand, but there are 8 in the set. There are 8 flowers in the set, and you're more likely to achieve that tile when you're picking from the wall, or somebody might even discard it if you have one and you want the second pair for Mahjong. You're able to use jokers in the other 3 groupings of kongs. Another example of this type of pattern, meaning pair and 3 kongs, is the addition hand. There's also the example, again, as I've mentioned, consecutive run at line number 3, either on 1 suit or in 3 suits, or in 3, 6, 9, line number 3, again, 1 suit or 3 suits. So an example, if I was in 3, 6, 9 and I was playing line number 5 and I couldn't get my pairs of 6s, I would move to that line and hopefully be able to use some jokers to complete it. Another example, we'll just kind of head back to consecutive run. If I was playing line number 1, which I know a lot of you play, I think it's a hard line. There's 2 pairs in that. If I was playing that line, I would drop off some numbers and I would move down to line number 3. Again, the hard part is achieving the pairs. Believe it or not, our next grouping, which I'm going to surprise a lot of you, is the 5, 4, 5 grouping, which is your quint hand. I know you're saying, what, a quint? I never play quints. They're actually not that hard to play. Yes, you need lots of jokers, but really you only need 2 jokers because it's a 5, 4, 5 hand, meaning you need 1 in the beginning and 1 at the end. You only need 1 group of 4 in the middle. Again, let's jump to that category, and again, you only need 2 jokers for this. And if you look at line number 2 and 4, that's a perfect example of it. And this is a fun hand because you really could play anything in them. So that's a great hand in quint. So if I was playing Winds and Dragons, line number 3, I could jump over to line number 2 in quint if I should get more norths or souths or more of the number. If I was playing line number 6 in 3, 6, 9, so line number 6, 3, 6, 9 is flowers, dragons, and 9s. I could play that in hand number 4 in quint. Don't limit yourself or feel you can't achieve it. Challenge yourself and try a quint. I think you'll find they're not that hard. I would choose one of these lines to go to. These are the 3 patterns that are most flexible. If my hand actually blew up, I would try to choose one of these to move to. They are easier to achieve. Learn where they are in each section and move to them. Start with any like numbers. I think it's a great category to start with. Consecutive run would be the next, and then maybe Winds and Dragons to find a flexible hand. Celebrate yourself that you were able to switch hands, and the little wins will add up if you don't actually achieve the big win as getting Mahjong. Success might be being able to switch hand or find another way to play by maybe even playing defense. Show your gratitude to yourself just for doing the little achievements of the flexible hand. So I hope you found this interesting. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends and let them know about these key flexible hands on the card. And make sure you learn them for yourself by studying the card. Again, I have lots of videos on how to study the card. We are going to head on over to I Love Maj, which offers great ways to increase your speed and learn the card. They have wonderful exercise rooms, and they even have timers on their game to help you increase your speed. You can try I Love Maj for 3 weeks for free for a trial and try getting better at learning these flexible hands. Use the code CB to let them know I sent you, and instead of getting 2 weeks for free, you will get 3. It's winter time. This is a great time to join I Love Maj and practice. I've been on I Love Maj since 2021. It has served as a great learning tool and increased my skills for play. Let's head on over to I Love Maj and play a few games. On I Love Maj, you're going to play Game Launch, Play with Bots, Official Game, and I like Advanced, but you can choose whatever level you wish, and Launch Game. We're going to start our game, and we're going to sort by suit. And as I mentioned, we're going to work with our multiples, and obviously this hand, why would they give us multiples? No multiples here. So this is a great example of what the hell do I do here. So this is going to be a struggle, but we're trying to stay flexible. So I had mentioned to stay flexible, I'm going to play these upper numbers of 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to start getting rid of the lower numbers, a 1, a 4, and a 3. We have no flowers, so that's going to be interesting. We just pulled a 9. Get rid of a 4. Oh, we have our first pair. Oh, that might change our hand because we want to focus on our multiples. So we have 3, 4. So let's take a look real quick at the addition hands, because I'm going to try to play some flexible hands. Addition hands would be 4 and 3 plus 7, but it has to be in the same suit. I'm not going to play with the south, the west, and maybe I'll get rid of one of these dragons. I picked up an O. See, we're getting all upper numbers. Those 4s threw me off, but I wanted to, let's break them up. A 4, a 3, and a green. I'm going to stick with those upper numbers. Let's continue because we don't have a good hand yet. A 5, I think that's too low. We're going to get rid of it. We do have a pair of 6s. Oh, look, we have 6, 7. And look at this, we have 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go with that, 6, 7, 8, 9, which would be line number 7, which is the pung pung kong hand. And I'm going to get rid of this 7. Actually, I'm going to keep the 7 because I could do 6, 7, 8. I'm going to get rid of this 8. You want to keep all your options open.
Courtesy pass.
And I got another 7. And I think we can get rid of this 7 and this 9. I'm going to get 1, 9, and 4. I'm going to get rid of those 3 tiles. And I kept the 7 for 7, 8, 9, all in one suit. We got nothing, so these are our discards. So let's start with the 5.
So, south. 8 dot. 4 dot. 9 dot.
Not calling for anything yet. I want to strengthen my hand a little more to see which way I'm going to go.
1 dot. 1 dot. 1 crack. 7 crack.
We haven't really gotten anything yet anyway.
West. So, flower.
There's 1 flower.
West. 2 dot. 8 crack. Red.
Can't call for the 8 because if I'm playing 6, 7, 8, 9, I need a Kong and I don't have any jokers.
7 dot. 2 crack.
Don't have any jokers, can't call.
1 crack. 7 bam. 9 bam.
Yikes.
9 crack.
Where are all those jokers we always ask for?
south. 9 dot. 2 crack. 9 bam. Green.
We also could play
7 bam.
3, 6, 9, which is line number 3 and 3, 6, 9.
5 dot. 3 crack. 5 bam. 5 crack.
And yes, I'm going fast because what am I going to call for? I don't even know what hand I'm playing. So right now I'm ignoring all those tiles
2 dot.
because why am I calling anything?
3 crack. Green. 5 dot. 7 crack.
So oh, we got our first flower.
So 2 bam. Call. 4 dot.
Oh, look at those jokers.
Call. 9 crack.
Can't call.
5 bam. 5 crack.
3 bam. You can't take it. Garbage.
3 bam. Call. 2 crack.
Oh, 2, 3.
East.
We have a 4. Nope.
4 crack. 8 bam. 1 crack. 7 bam. 8 bam. 7 crack. East. So
6, 7, 6, 7, 8, which would be the concealed hand, line number 8. So we can keep that. Let's get rid of this 3 dot.
3 dot. 7 dot.
Can't call.
6 dot. Red. 9 bam. 2 dot.
Ah, jokers would be nice, kids.
8 bam.
The struggle is real.
Red. 8 bam. Mahjong.
Yikes. Oh, goodness. We had 5 jokers. Share the love. But I want to point out, look at the hand that Annie won on. It's my favorite hand from the last 12 years, going on 13, is the 2 flowers, line number 3. Kong, Kong, Kong. Very nice, Annie, with your 5 jokers. But we had a lot going on here. We had a lot of options. We just needed to secure some jokers to help that. Amstead was playing consecutive run at line number 6. He needed 5 flowers, and I don't know what he was thinking. He had none. And then he was playing his little chow, 1, 2, 3, with 4, 4. Wow, he had a long way to go. Kurt was playing north and south, which is one of the other hands. I was just the pung, pung, kong, kong hand. North and south, 5, 6. He could have played 4, 5 also. He had a little bit of ways to go yet. Good for Annie with her 5 jokers. On to our next game. We'll get it.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. Look for the strength of your hand. Oh, we have 2 pairs, 7 and 8. Let's play those upper numbers again. So 7 and 8. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So everything else is garbage. 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get rid of one of these. Picked an 8. Oh, we do have a pair of 5s, but I think it's going to be too low. 7, 8, 9. Oh, what are we doing with these 5s? Maybe if we get 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to get rid of this 9. I think those 5s are messing me up. Continue because I don't know what hand I'm playing. Yes, I'm struggling with what to discard, but I don't know what hand I'm playing. If I stopped there, I'm going into the game with a terrible hand. So we have 7, 8. I was thinking 7, 8, and then maybe get rid of the 9. Maybe we could play 5, 6, 7, 8. That would probably be better. Or we could play all 8s. I think we could get rid of this 9. A 1. Oh, an 8. Yikes. Maybe we could play all 8s. We could just jump over to any like numbers, line number 1, which is kind of a really nice hand, but we have no flowers. That doesn't mean we're not going to get them. Let's get rid of it. Let's see what happens. 7, 8. Can get rid of it.
Courtesy pass.
4, 5, 6, 7. But I really want to play 5, 6, 7, 8. So here, as I mentioned in the beginning presentation, 6s are hard to come by. I need a 6 dot. Am I going to get it? I don't think so. We could play 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think it's going to happen. We can play 5, 6, 7, 8. We could play all 8s with the winds. We have no flowers though, but again, flowers, there's 8 of them. I don't know if I'm going to make the right choice here, but I'm going to do 3 tiles. The east, the 6, and the 4. Let me know in the comments if that's what you would have done.
3 dot.
We have that 8 again and a 6. We can play 5, 6, 7.
Flower.
Maybe we're switching to 8s.
5 bam. 1 dot. West.
No jokers again, kids. We are having a rough hand of it. The struggle is real.
4 crack. 7 bam. 6 crack. 9 dot. 3 dot. 8 dot.
Can't call. We don't know what hand we're playing.
7 dot. 5 crack. 1 dot. 7 crack.
Bummer.
So 5 crack. Red. 8 dot.
Second 8 dot.
3 dot. 9 bam. East. 7 crack. South. Flower.
Keep this just in case.
5 crack.
2 flowers are out.
3 crack.
7, 8, 9. It's a tough one. I don't think we need this 9.
9 bam. 1 dot. Green. 1 crack.
Another 5 dot. What the heck are we gonna play?
8 bam. 2 bam. Green. 3 crack.
5, 6, 7, 8. We don't have any 6s. I told you those 6s are going to be hard to come by.
9 crack. 3 crack. East. 4 crack. East. 3 bam. 5 bam. 2 bam. 1 bam. Call. 6 crack.
Oh, flower. 5, 6, we're not going to get. We have 1 6 here. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I guess we have to get rid of this garbage.
7 dot.
And 2 8 dots are gone.
8 bam. 1 crack. 2 crack. 8 bam. 4 dot. 4 dot. North. Call. So.
Oh, north with the 1. So it's north and south because they always have to match. And it's 1, 2. Is it going to be 2 bam or 2
8 dot.
crack
West.
or dot?
1
It's not going to be
crack.
bam because bams are already here.
9 crack. Call. 4 dot. 9 bam.
Oh,
8
first
dot.
joker.
North.
Yay for us.
6 crack. 2 crack. West. 9 bam. 1 dot. 5 bam. Call. 2 crack. 3 bam. Flower.
Nobody needs a
4
4.
crack. 8 bam. East. Flower.
Oh, well, those flowers are going out. Ooh, another 6. Let's get rid of this 7.
7 bam. 3 bam.
I think there's there's 1 7 out here, so maybe we have to use the joker here.
6 bam. 2 bam. 1 crack. Flower. 2 bam.
I think all the flowers, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are already out.
3 bam.
5, 6, 7, 8. I hate losing all these 5s.
5 crack. So. Call. 4 bam. 3 dot. West. 8 crack.
We could call for the 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to call it. My hand is not that good. And then what am I going to get rid of?
4 dot. 4 crack.
South could give him the win, so I don't want to discard that. There's only 8 tiles left. I'm going to get rid of the joker.
Joker.
I'm going to go switch to defense.
Joker.
Look at, they all did it.
3 crack. Joker. Red. 2 dot. Joker.
Wall game. At least nobody won. I didn't give Mahjong to anyone. Yikes. That was a tough hand. Her hand never really developed. Again, we did get 2 jokers. One we had for a long time, and then we get the final one at the end, which wouldn't have helped us anyway. And this is why we weren't getting our 6s. Amstead had them. Amstead was playing consecutive run, line number 7. Pung, pung, kong, kong. 4, 5, 6, 7. Annie was playing 9s with matching dragons in 3, 6, 9. Don't forget about that like numbers hand, which is line number 4. That is one of the other hands I said was pretty easy to switch to. It's 9s, 3 9s, 4 dragons, 3 9s, and 4 dragons. She needed her red dragons. Kurt was playing, as we knew, winds and dragons, north and south with 1, 2. He had no souths, and he was missing all of his jokers for that. On to the next game. We're going to keep going here.
First Charleston.
Oh, we have a pair of 2s, maybe 2024, but we don't have would be the white dragon, but maybe we can play 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's get rid of anything that's not a 2, 4, 6, or 8. And keep that in the Charleston. If it's not a 6 or an 8, you get rid of it. 2, 4, 6, or 8. Oh, but that's a new pair of 9s. But 9s don't work with what we're trying to collect. I don't want to pass a pair. A 7, a west, and a 9. Let's continue.
Second Charleston.
A 1, a south, and a red. A 9, dragon, and 7. Maybe we need to keep this. Let's sort again. 2, 4, 2, 4. Wow, we have a lot of 2 4s. Don't forget singles and pairs too at the bottom. We need the white dragon though. And in 2024, there is no dragon, so we can get rid of it. 3, 9, 7, not happening.
Courtesy pass.
5, 6, 7, 3 tiles, 5, 7, and green.
5 crack.
We didn't pick up anything. We did pick up a 6 at the prior pass, but we have south 9 and 7 we can get rid of.
Flower. 7 dot. So.
Oh, there's our white dragon.
Green. Flower.
I love how they're throwing out
9
these
so.
flowers right away.
Bam. North. 9 bam. 1 crack. North. East. 9 bam. 5 bam.
I saw those 9s were going around.
Green. 4 dot. 1 dot.
Can't call for anything, so just be mindful what's being discarded.
1 bam.
But we have nothing to call for.
7 bam. Call. 7
Another new
crack.
pair.
5 dot. North. 3 crack. 2 crack. 6 bam.
Yikes.
8 crack.
2 dot. Maybe we could play 2s with news.
South.
Although
5
there's
dot.
3 norths already out.
6 bam. 9 dot.
Our first joker. Get rid of this 8. I think we're
5
playing
dot. 4 dot.
2s.
2 dot.
Oh, there goes another 2. Oh, look at, we got it.
8 bam. Green. 9 bam.
Now I wish we didn't have passed those dragons. Maybe we could play 2s.
5 crack. 8 crack. 8 crack. 9 dot.
2 and 4.
6 bam.
24.
9 dot. 1 crack.
You need a white dragon though. Yeesh.
Red. Call. North.
Oh, good thing we didn't hold on. Oh, now we can't do news because all the norths are out. So this is where you have to pivot. You have to pay attention. All the norths are out. So no longer holding on to the winds. We cannot do news.
East. Call. Flower. 7 dot. Joker swap. 8 bam. South. 7 dot. 8 bam. Flower. Call. 5 crack.
Oh, flowers.
Joker swap. 9 bam.
Oh, they got them.
8 dot. 7 crack. 5 crack.
We had 2 flowers. We could play line number 3 in
8
2024.
dot.
We do need a white dragon also.
7 crack. 7 crack. 1 dot. Mah Jongg.
Yikes. I was looking at line number 3 in 2024 because we had 2024 and we could have played 2s and 2s or 4s and 4s depending on what tiles we got. That would have been a good hand to play. We needed the white dragon though, that's a key. And the flowers would have came. I don't think that many were discarded yet. But congratulations to Kurt. He won on a very nice hand in 13579. He won at line number 6. He had 2 pairs with 3, 5, and then the opposite dragon. Very nice, Kurt. That's a good hand to play. Annie was playing 4 flowers. 4 times 6 is 24. Wow, Annie, good for you. Amstead was playing east and west with the Kongs of 6 and 7. Very nice. Oh, we got one more try. Let's see if we can do it on this last game. Jokers have not been in our favor. That one we did have 2, but I wasn't sure what hand we were playing yet. Oh, here's one. Yay for us. And a flower. We have no pairs, but we seem to have a lot of 3, 6, 9s or 6, 7, 8. Let's get rid of the 4. I wonder if we could play a Quint hand. That would be a long way to go. I'm going to get rid of the 7, 6, 7, and the 8. east in the red. And maybe we'll keep matching dragon. There is no matching dragon, it's opposite. Three, six. Maybe we'll play winds with dragons. This is a toughie. We have 2 3s, 2 9s, and 2 6s. All right, we'll just get rid of these last 3. Should keep something of a pair. Keeping 6s, that was crazy because we talked about 6s not being a great thing to keep. Oh, but we have a pair and we have another dragon. I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh no, we can play that Quint hand. The flowers with the reds with the 6s, line number 4. Do you think we'll get some more jokers?
Second Charleston.
That would be crazy. Oh, we got green. Let's get rid of this. Oh, we're getting the same tiles back that we passed.
Courtesy pass.
We got the 6. I'm gonna get rid of this 3 and 9. Should we get rid of the flower? That would be really crazy. Why not? You can pass a flower. It's just crazy.
4 dot.
Nothing. So I'm looking at the Quint hand. And I'm looking at line number 4 and I just placed a flower. Bummer. So I don't know what we're gonna do with this. Let's try to recover. We can play line number 2. Maybe we'll get more flowers.
8 dot. 9 bam. Flower.
Ugh.
4 crack.
Yikes. I just messed myself up by passing that flower. I should have just passed 2 tiles.
3 crack. 4 bam. 7 bam.
Try to recover from it. Collect maybe every
6
3,
bam.
6, 9.
3 bam. 2 crack. Call. 1 dot. 2 bam.
Oh, okay, we got 6 and 9, but in the same suit. There is that 3, 6, 9 hand, but you need flowers. Line number 6.
9 crack. Call. 4 dot. 8 bam.
Oh, look at all those
Small.
9s.
2 dot.
Oh, we got a joker. Decisions, decisions. I don't think we want these 9s.
9 dot. East. 9 bam. 4 bam.
Ah. They want us to play these 9s.
3 bam. East. 5 dot. 6 bam.
I can't believe I got rid of that flower.
6 dot.
I don't know what hand I'm playing, so I can't call for it yet.
9 bam. 4 dot. 3 crack.
Decisions, decisions.
3 dot. 6 bam.
East and west. I'm not gonna keep it.
East. 7 bam. 4 crack. 1 crack.
Now we get the white. In 369, there's no white dragon. We can choose to play all dragons, which is line number 2. But we need flowers, and there's already 4 here. I'm gonna get rid of it.
So. 7 dot. 8 bam. Red. 4 crack. 7 dot.
Probably the next is going to be these wins.
Green. Green.
Or the green.
5 crack. Mah Jongg.
We just did terrible today. Let's see what Kurt played. He played 4 flowers and all the 5s. Very nice. That's a good hand. You can use jokers anywhere. Annie was playing north and south with 1 and 2. Again, jokers anywhere. Amstead was playing consecutive run line number 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jokers anywhere. So I think we already played 4 games, but I want to feel like I want to play one more. And we did play 4 games because one was a wall game. Let's play one more and see if we can do it. I can't go home without winning. Well, we have 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. So let's keep all 6, 7, 8. And let's see what happens. Let's maybe take back this 2, get rid of this 2, and the east. 6, 7, 6, 7. So it'd be 6, 7, 6, 7, 8 would be the concealed hand. Oh, another 6, 7. Oh, geez. Aish. Let's get rid of the north and the dragons. 6, 7, 6, 7. Let's continue. We have a bunch of 7s. We know we don't need the 3 and the 4. And I'm thinking of the closed hand in consecutive runs. So it'd be 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Or we could play, it's 7s. Let's get rid of this 8. 2, 5, and green. Six, 7, 6, 7. Let's just do 2.
Courtesy pass.
And 8. So we could do 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, or we can do 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 1. Crazy. We got a red back. That's funny. Let's see where this goes.
4 dot.
A 5. We can do 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, but we need all those flowers.
5 dot.
We don't have
2
them.
Black. 9 bam. Red. East. 2 bam. Red. 2 crack.
Okay, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Let's get rid of this 8.
8 dot. 6 crack. Flower.
Of course, 6 crack goes out right away. Another flower. So we could do 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Let's get rid of this 6. We could do all 7s.
3 crack.
7s look good.
9 crack. 5 crack.
We need some jokers. Then we get the 6 again.
6 bam.
We just got rid of it.
3 crack. 6
Famous
crack.
story, right?
8 crack. 4 dot. Green. 7 bam.
I think I'm going to commit to the 7s. Let's call for that 7 and do a pung. And we're looking at line number 1 and any like numbers.
6 crack. 9 crack.
We have a long way to go.
4 crack. 5 bam. So 7 dot.
We could do it. Call for the pung. I'm doing it sooner than I
6
would.
dot. 3 dot. 8 crack. 3 crack. 6 dot. North. 3 bam. So
Hoping for some jokers. Of course, that is why you don't call for the first one. We just pulled it ourselves.
1 dot.
I'm saving it because I know for sure it's an easy discard.
5 bam. 9 crack. 2 crack. East. Call. 6 bam.
So lesson learned, don't call for the first discard.
7 dot. 5 crack. 9 bam. 9 crack. 3 dot. Call. 6 dot. Mah Jongg.
It was a good switch though. We went from consecutive run 6, 7, 8. I was trying to play the concealed hand, and so that was not an easy hand to play because it was concealed. We couldn't call for anything. So then I moved to an open hand. I was maybe thinking of doing 6, 7, 8 on line number 3. And then I chose to go with any like numbers of 7s. We did need a few jokers. We needed 4 flowers. So we needed at least 2 jokers, hopefully. And I was ready to call for the 7 crack. I should have waited for these 7 bams because I did pull one myself. And statistically, they even say in card games that you should wait for the last one to expose yourself. So that was the only lesson I would take away from this hand, but I am proud of it overall. So let's look at the leaderboard. Unfortunately, today was not a winner day, but a personal gain that we learned some new tips and strategies. Kurt was the big winner today with 3 wins, and Annie had 1, and Amstead had 10, and I must have given someone Mahjong and got my 10 points from the wall game taken away. So I was the big loser today. Yes, the loser, but that's okay. Let's look at their hands. I didn't even look at their hands. We have Kurt who won with the wins. Lovely. 3 jokers for him. And he had 2 flowers, north, east, west, and south. Annie had 2, 3, 4, 5. She needed all her 5s. And Amstead had 2 flowers with 1s. So here's an example of the least used number is 1s and 9s. And Amstead was playing with 1s, so he almost had it also. This was some nice games. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to try I Love Maj and use the code CB, and you can be sure to try your hand against those bots and see how you do. And what are your flexible hands that you switch to? Do you know them? And again, one of my favorite is line number 3 in consecutive run. I love that hand. So I wish everyone a great evening or day, whatever time you're watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday at 6:30 to see a new video on Mahjong. And again, learn those flexible hands. I hope you enjoyed this topic and learning a thing or two. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share with your fellow Mahjong friends. Please put a message in the comments what you would have done different. I know I do play fast, but I hope you also learn to play fast because you don't need to call anything when you're not sure what you're playing. If you don't know, you're not calling. And thank you so much again for watching. Send me your topics. I'll be sure to make a video and share it with you and discuss it in my next one. Don't forget, if you're looking for something, search in the magnifying glass on the home page. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.